Welcome folks to Mario's Gaming Library, and today Mario's going to be playing Hearts of Iron 4, and we're going to be the Soviets, and we're starting the 1936 campaign. And we're going to play on Iron Man mode, regular difficulty, and we start. Okay, so what I want to accomplish here is my plan here is conquer Poland, conquer the German Reich, conquer France, conquer Belgium, conquer Luxembourg. And the reason I'm going to go after Luxembourg is because otherwise it's hard to, well, let's just put it this way. Through experience, trying to attack through this area of France is suicidal. I couldn't do it as Soviets. I couldn't break down as the Germans. So it's pretty futile to send in. It doesn't matter. You have to. I've maybe 10 times or even 20 times to be outnumbered to make anything useful to happen. But even then, I think it's difficult to get through these defenses right here. So the other option is to go through Belgium and Netherlands. Initially I want to leave Netherlands alone for now. So my option is to attack through this one place. Now that's going to slows me down. That's no fun. It's going to take forever. They're bringing reinforcements from France, from England. It depends on who joins in that war. So that's not good. So this time around I'm going to attack Luxembourg, take it out first. And then right after that, with Luxembourg open, I'll have this wide front I can attack from and make my attack much easier. But first to get there, I have to conquer Poland, Germany, and then we'll worry about Western Europe. Very tip of Western Europe. All right. Playing as the Soviets right now, we're missing, let's have a look here, rubber. Okay, so what we're doing here is you go to trade. This is where the trade button is at. Trade, and then you go through, for instance, what are you missing? Surplus, 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 surplus. Needed 6 rubber. So who do I want to trade that with? Let's trade with Siam. They send me 8, and in return I give them one production from a factory that I own, a civil production. Okay, no division training at the moment. No, that's right. National focus. I'm not setting one yet. And then I gotta set up research. Okay. From now on, I'm gonna go through every time I put a new research item on the board. I'm gonna explain why I'm putting it on the board. Hopefully help your perspective onto what exactly is going on. All right, so let's start off. I'm in the long-term kind of thinker here. So in regards to that, I want to start with things that are going to help me in the long term. The best one in the long term is probably going to be right here. Electronical, mechanical engineering. It takes 95 days to research, and the effect is research bonus of 2% or minus 2% depending on your perspective. So we're definitely taking that. Okay, and then we're moving on to production. Production is very important, very important. That's why I'm choosing it now. Basic machine tools. What it does is basically, right now your factories are capped at 50% of their potential productions. This will add 5% more to that potential production. So we researched that, and lastly, we're gonna research construction 1, which allows you construction speed to go up on all the things you need to from like civilian factories, war factories, ports, you name it, any kind of construction, you want that. So I encourage everyone to go to, if you're playing the Soviets, I encourage you to start with these 3 items to research. But that's you're free to your own opinion, of course. But for me, it's been very successful. And like I said, it'll help me conquer the Germans eventually. All right, what's next? Okay, what do I need? I need basically the Soviets start with a lot of divisions. The only problem they have is that these divisions are not fully. They have men, but they don't have material to fill the roster needed. Okay, so my first choice of factories was I got 10 more to distribute, so I'm gonna put in 5 here. And by the way, I'm gonna put 1 more here for Naval Dockyard. And let's see, if you go click down, you'll get to the infinity, which lets you basically automatically keep producing that chip. Another thing you want to do is don't let the computer deploy them. Make sure you deploy them somewhere that they're safe, which is going to be Leningrad for now. All of them, just make sure they're deployed in Leningrad. So I found it annoying sometimes if they deploy them to a place like Crimea, which I have no access through the Bosphorus Straits. So they're kind of useless for me until I clean up the Turks and do away with them. So until that happens, I can't do anything about that. I've also noticed that I want more rubber products, so I need to make another convoy. See, one factory is being used for trade goods, and so I want to do another factory for trade goods. Because a part of I'm going to need basically air power to win this eventually. So I want to start building as soon as possible air power. To get that going, I need, well, like I said, I definitely need rubber products. So that's all been done. Okay, what do I want to build? Okay, we're building, at this stage we're just building war factories, war material. Now we select what are we doing for national focus. National focus is actually, let me explain first. Political points. Political points mean that you get 2 points per day, and you can use those for appoint new leadership, change the economic laws, change the focus of your trade. Here you can change your how much you want to conscript your army, basically your various military leaders and various production helpers, and here political advisors. So all those cost about 150 political points, I guess. Yeah, political power points. And so when you choose a national focus, you you lose 1 point. So things slow down. I'm not going to choose one for that simple reason, because I want those points so I can fabricate a claim on Poland and then attack Poland as soon as possible. That's my goal. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to start building stuff. I'm not going to start building yet because unfortunately I don't have enough weapons to even to equip my existing units. So what I did there is I gathered up all the units in the area. I clicked on the army section here, and they all came together, and they're going to be under one leader, and that leader shall be, let's have a look, Zhukov. The only problem with Zhukov is that he is not a marshal yet, so he's got to be promoted, and when that happens, you lose 1 point of skill, and you lose all the low attributes. But don't worry, he'll get them back soon enough. And so we've got a leader for our army group of 95 divisions. So first thing we do, we put together a border. We're going to guard the border of Poland, for instance. So we've done that. All these 95 units are going to line up across the border, and then we're going to do what we want to do here, which is attack Poland. The only thing is, like I said, I can't fabricate a claim. Let me show you how you fabricate a claim. It's very similar to, in some ways it's similar to Europolis 4. So Universal Opera, EW4, Europa Universalis 4. Anyways, EU4. So how do you need to choose the country, and then you justify a war goal. And just the thing is, you can ask for more in one city. All I need is one city, and that's all I need. That'll provide me just the excuse to attack Poland at my leisure. So we hit that, and we start doing a claim. But the only thing is, I don't have enough political PowerPoints, so I have to wait until I get 25 days into it, and then I'll have 50 points to work with. I'm also going to take these guys off the border. They might come in handy. So give them a leader, and then off we go. Okay. All right, did all the prep work, and now we're off the game. By the way, like I said, I did not choose national focus gets you like little bonuses for your country. The reason I haven't set that yet is right now I want to build enough points, 2 a day, so we can attack Poland. As you can see, units have been moving around the border. Okay. We're almost again against the border. We're going fairly fast at this point, so might as well keep going because nothing's going to be happening until the 25th. Okay, the 25th rolled around. I got 50 political PowerPoints. Now what I'm going to do here is lay a claim on Poland. So justify a war goal. Yep. We'll know. It'll raise tension by 2%, which is right there. And we send. Okay. By the way, I'm not explaining war tension. The more war tension you have, that you cause, the more likely is that other countries will attack you. Also, the you generate war tension by being provocative, I guess, and justifying war claims or sending your troops over to help defend other countries as volunteer forces. All that stuff raises world tension. And the higher the war tension, the much more easier it is to do a claim of do a claim on a neighbor. Because right now it's going to take about 250 days or 220 days. What was it? Let's have a look again. How many days is it going to be? 245 days. September 27th to attack Poland. Okay. Now, it's time to set a national focus. So this is national focus provides you with low bonuses and in regards to your country. I start with Great Purge. And what's that all about is that if you don't get rid of the purge, Trotsky is going to try to overthrow you. So you got to watch out for that. The bad thing is you get rather difficult and ugly penalties, especially the penalty for the officers being purged. Now, it's going to allow, if you decide to go on this purge and purge as many officers as you need to purge, it's going to last almost 4.5 years, the penalty for the officers, and research time penalty. That's not a good situation, but it's an even worse situation. If you don't purge these people, they will start a civil war. And again, that's even a worse situation. So whatever happens, you got to purge some of these leaders that you have and just live with it. Now, I've noticed as well, I've played this game enough now that I've noticed that after you do the Great Purge, you have an opportunity to get rid of the problems with your officer purged negative bonus. The trick is here, you have to fight in a war before 41, basically. The way I do it is I have a war immediately with Poland, and when that happens, I research these two, and then the third one finally here, and gets rid of that annoying, and quite critically, it's a very crippling negative bonus to your organization of units. And it's if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't have so okay, I selected the purge. It's going on right now. Let's move on. Slow thing down a little bit so I don't lose anything. So the penalty you get is quite devastating. I would even say, well, the fifth column, There we go. It's witch hunt begins. So it's quite crippling, because even against Poland, which you outnumber probably 4-1 or even 5-1 in the way of divisions, I'd say 4-1, you're gonna have a hard time steamrolling over them, just because your officer corps has been purged to the point that their fighting stamina is poor at this point. So you have to get rid of the bad part of the officer purge negative bonus. And like I said, the strategy is a good one. You attack Poland, and then you go for the lessons learned national focus, and that gets rid of that penalty. All right, let's do a few more minutes of this, and let's see if we can, what's going to come up here anytime soon. Research is kind of 38 days away. Let's do our first research project, and then I want to cut it at this point. And this was basically a little introduction, outplaying the Soviets, and what to expect. My goal is basically, I've played this a few times to what, 41, and so what I've done successfully was knock out Poland, knock out the German Reich, knock out Brussels. This time I want to knock out Luxembourg and knock out France. I knocked out Spain, Lisbon, Portugal, I mean, Austria, Romania, and I've learned a lot by going for that process. And the most important thing is you need troops, you need manpower too. There's no freebies. As long as there's no the Germans are marching into the Rhineland. Okay, we'll call it a day, and we'll start off where we picked off next time. Okay, thanks for watching Mario's Gaming Library, and I'll see you in episode 2.